All right, well, straight off the kickoff there, Nick, just while we're sorting out some technical stuff, Georgia Holden has gone on a run, straight through, untouched, underneath the posts. And it is 5-0 to the Seahawks. They've started off this one great. Conversion out to the left. And that's just unfortunate, but good start here from the Australian team.
Actually, I think it's the Canadians that have... You got the Canadians or the Seahawks?
All right, well, I do apologise that I've got the teams wrong there. That is 5-0 to Canada. So, to apologise for that, try scorer Lucy Romeo, it was, to the Canada Girls Elite. So 5-0 Canada Girls over the Aussie Seahawks. To apologise for that confusion. The ball goes midway, 10-metre line, 22. Now the ball goes out. Ball bobbles a little bit from the Seahawks. And the Canadian girls looking very interested there, but can't quite get the ball back. Now, some good defence there from Canada. Ball still coming out right-hand side for the Seahawks. They've knocked it on, though. And ball over the top. It is the number 3 from Canada, Sierra Gillis, who has crashed over, and it is 10-0 kick to come.
Well, as you can just see here on the replay, some strong carries from the Canadians and just a nice simple offload. And Gillis with some good speed down the sideline and collecting the goodies for Canada.
So it's the Canada Girls BC Elite 10 over the Aussie Seahawks 0. And it's a very good start here, Nick, for the Canadian girls. They were a bit slow in the earlier game and definitely improved this one.
Yeah, the amount of pressure that's been applied by the Canadians, it has been impressive. And the Aussie Seahawks just haven't been able to get out of the red zone. So some good line integrity by the Canadians.
As this kick's been taken by the Seahawks, I realised that if it bounced, it probably would have gone 10. It could have gone anywhere. So very well read by the Australians. Ball comes commentary side. And a bit of a scrag going on there between two of the players. And no release, no clear release in the tackle. And once more the penalty being taken off the mark. If you're wondering where we are commentating this action, here is happening right in front of us. So, good tap and pass from a running player. And first player's there from the Canadians wins the penalty. And it was like the Seahawks didn't really know what to do with the ball in hand. Oh, some great shove off there from Olivia de Couvrier. There's a big collision from the try scorer Gillis. And another penalty, back-to-back penalties for the Canadians. A couple of Seahawks players there back though, waiting for the penalty. And almost up towards the 22 goes Story South. And ball passed back inside. And it will be Amelia Gordon who goes over for the Canadian girls' third try.
Yeah, very, very good build-up for the Canadians on this one. And it goes really back about 4 or 5 phases ago with a strong carry from Olivia de Couvrier, who set the platform, and they were just able to offload time and time again down this left-hand flank.
And the conversion has been waved away, so the score remains 15-0 in favour of the Canadians. Just under 2 minutes left in the first half.
And a warm welcome again to our viewers live streaming this, in particular those in British Columbia, supporting Canada girls, and obviously our friends in Australia and behind Aussie Seahawks.
All right, and the ball's gone just over the 10-metre line. Well covered there from the Seahawks. And good couple of scrag tackles coming in from both teams. And as the player has been tackled, she's let the ball go. Knocked it on the pickup, Nick. Just a little scrappy there, happening all over the place.
Yeah, it's just, I suppose, it's just a matter of inches, you know, that ball carry and how they fall and how they end up. And then, obviously, the players that are arriving to latch, one, how quickly they get there, and secondly, you know, how they position. So it's a very good contest from both sides. Some very good awareness.
Chip through from the Canadians. Chasing her own kick. Awesome pick up there from Kira Perry. They have it now on the 22. Ball picked up on the back of the ruck, and it's Lucy Romeo over for her second. Well, that was just great awareness of where the defence was there, Nick.
Yeah, Romeo obviously spotted the gaps down that blind side from that previous ruck.
No question of where out there, Romeo, I don't think, on that one.
No, she certainly got an eye for the line. We're now at 20-0. Canada lead as they've now gone to the half-time.
Interesting conversion that. Never looked like making it, but then it bounced short of the try and actually almost went over that way. I don't think I've ever seen that happen in my life of rugby. And these are the team lists from the Canadian team, the BC Elite Canada.
Yes, number 1, Amelia Gordon. 2, Fancy Bermudez
Chavez.
3, Olivia DeCovia. 4, Summer Blackmore. 5, Lucy Romeo. 6, Maddie Makara. 7, Hayley Smith. 8, Delaney Woods. 9, Sierra Gillis. 10, Chloe Story-Soth. 11, Emily Finlay. And number 12, Kira Perry.
All right, the Australian Seahawks team for you. Jade Sheridan in the number 1. Taylor Valance and Emily Loof, 2 and 3, the vice-captains. Geordie Lyons in the 4th jersey. Number 5 is Paris Nganeri. 6, Anita Brown. 7, Moana Tevi for Moanu. 8, Renee Clark. 9, Georgia Holden. Sophie Clancy in the number 10 jersey. And no, we've lost our team lists.
Well, we've got here on the manual one, Renee Clark in number 11 and Taylor Valance in number 12.
We'll go with that. All right, and so the second half has restarted. Ball bounced back off possibly the Seahawks, and now it's open up for them on the near side. She's going herself, and a little pop pass on the back there from Spillane. Can't find anyone. The Canadians have it. Can they do the same? And the over ball just pops up in weird fashion. And Canada still have it in their own half. There's a Seahawks player down Spillane by the look of it. Being attended to. And, oh, no. Can't do that. Again, we've called it a few times here, Nick, today, where the player has just looked at the defensive players before catching the ball.
Yeah, probably a bit of tightness coming into some of these players, and player dropped the ball has actually just been replaced.
Yep, that was number 12, Taylor Valance.
Who's been replaced by fancy Bermudez Charvet.
There's a tight head. No, it's not. Been reversed. Incorrect. Not pushing straight. The call there. So the Seahawks have it. And I think that might have been one of our first tight heads we've seen today. Not to be, but they end up winning it this way. Canada do, Nick.
A stray foot from the hooker, they say.
Yes, always stray, never intentional. The Canadians up towards the half with a great carry there from Hayley Smith.
Oh, good play there from that particular Seahawks player. Got herself over the ball carrier, stood strong on their feet. Kind of picture referees are looking for. Seahawks.
There's a break down the sideline. Oh, brilliant cover tackle on the number 3, Jade Sheridan, the Seahawks captain. And foot and touch.
Well, the Seahawks have been able to make their way down deep into Canada's half because well, we were waiting for a replay, but we'll move on. Canada throw.
And goes to number 2, but the Australians have pinched it. What can the Seahawks do? They need to score and score now. There's a great carry there from the number 14, Anita Brown, making plenty of metres. And now on the 5 metre line, there is a player out wide. Oh, she got in the corner. Oh, just can't quite get it. Brilliant tackle. And into touch. Wow, some great defence there, Nick, from the Canadians.
Yeah, impressive. I think it was Emily Freeman down that right-hand side that looked like she was in for all money, but just didn't have the legs. And, yeah, great defence there from the Canadians.
And they'll have the line out on their own 5 metre line, far side. The ball goes up to, and they claim it. And it's a forward pass. Well, I was using the TV in front of us to see that. It looked forward on the TV, and tell you what, the referee was right there on the spot. Not a question. Although the Canadians said, "What forward pass? We never saw a forward pass." They're allowed to think what they like, though.
Canadian 20-0, Canada leading. It's been a while since we've had some try and scoring action. We must be due.
Oh, I think, is it 0-0 for the second half, I think, possibly? Might have had one try. I doubt we've had 2 in the second. It's been very defensive work. Now the ball comes out the back of the scrum, and it's a knock on from the Australians. The Canadians have got out of jail here. Just the, again, worrying about the defence before you've got the ball, Nick.
Yeah, but untidy work as well. Fatigue could possibly be a factor as well. Very warm afternoon here in Auckland, and I imagine the humidity levels out there on the pitch will be very high as well.
Now the Canadians looking for a break inside their 22. Gets half of one at least. That comes out left-hand side. And, just the coattails dragged onto that's held her back. Now they've got to break, the Canadians. Looking for some support, finds it. And it is the number 9, Hayley Smith. Time off called. The assistant referee being looked at. Being talked to. And it's held up. Some great defence from the Seahawks here.
Well, there's been a few denials. Players going to the ATM but declined. Canadians asking to go upstairs, but unfortunately the technology is not available.
No, we've got an ex-referee who could do it.
Oh, that's one of a number of try-scoring tackles in this match.
The second half has all been about defence and brilliant work done on both sides of the field. Eddie Makata standing at the first receiver in the scrum, goes to her. Going to find Bermudez Chavez, is she? And no, she's knocked it on. And that is full time, Nick. It is the Canada Girls BC Elite 20 over the Australian Seahawks